Right now, as I speak, it's literally 6 a.m. I haven't slept in 20 hours, and I have to explain to you the entire anatomy system in less than 5 minutes. So let's get started. Because I'm fasting, so it just makes sense to start with the digestive system. It's one of the most interesting of the 12 systems that we have in our human body. It consists and composed of different organs when it comes to the mouth, to the esophagus, which is the route from the mouth to the stomach, and the stomach, the intestines. Each one of them has different functions, different roles, different mechanisms. Each one of them has a role, right? And it's not only does the job of making your nutrients and your food to nutrients that your body can use and can actually consume and make it to energy, but also play an important role in so many other functions, right? So let's not waste time and move to the second system, which is the skeletal system. Without it, you're just a ball of meat. You know meatballs? You're one of them if you didn't have your skeletal system. It secures the movement that you have. So all of your movement, your balance. It's also a storage for calcium and other nutrients that you need, because these are nutrients that we need to survive as humans. And also it is one of the steps of the production of the blood cells, especially when we're talking about the red bones. So let's move to another system that is very close to the skeletal system, which is the muscular system. Muscular system, you have three types of muscles, which are well, let's not get into the types because the video will be long, right? So your muscles combined with the skeletal system makes a system that is called the locomotor system, because that's the system that is important, and that is the key and essence for you to move. That's the main of movement. When we're talking about the movement, we're talking about the locomotor system, which is only muscles and bones, because the muscles and bones, also there's other things such as tendons and ligaments, all of that. Let's not get into those, but both of them combined make you move, make you do all of the movements that you do in your daily life. So let's move on to one of my best systems, which is the tegumentary system. If you have never heard of this, your largest organ in your body, it's not your liver, it's not your heart, it's not your head, or whatever you might think your answer is. It's actually your skin. So the skin is the largest organ in a human body. The skin has three layers, right? We have the epidermia, we have the dermia, and we have the hypodermia. Each one of them is different, right? Each one of them has different functions, has different characteristics, has different rules. So both of them combines the skin, which is the largest organ in your human body. So let's move on to our endocrine system. So this system is basically responsible about your hormones, about all of the the relations that you need, whether we're talking about the blood pressure, we're talking about adrenaline, we're talking about cortisol, we're talking about all of these hormones that are completely essential for your human survival, and it's all due to this system. So let's move to another system, as we talked about cortisol, which is the nervous system. So the nervous system is arguably one of the most key systems in human body, because it's responsible for making the commands of movements, whether it's voluntary or involuntary. Of course, there is the main organs such as let's say the brain, right? And then all of the parts that So the system, whether we're talking about the neuron, whether we're talking about whatever it may be, right? All of the nervous system is basically very interesting, because we're talking about electricity, right? We're talking about electricity that transforms in the neurotransmitters into chemical reactions. And here we're talking about all of the caffeine, adrenaline, or all of those hormones that we talked about earlier play an important role. Sorry, I got into the details. The thing that you must understand about the nervous system is that there's two states, whether it's fight or flight mode, which is because there's sympathetic and sympathetic, right? Which both of them are responsible for flight or fight or flight mode, and also the posing and rest mode. So move on to the other system, which is let's talk about the reproductive system. So reproductive systems, we have the entire process of human making, such an interesting word, of human making, whether we're talking about the futures, whether we're talking about the cells at the beginning, all of those states, and how the progress is made to make a human, such an entire human like you, that can see, that can hear, that can walk, that can do all of the things that you do daily. Of course, there is the male and the female system that are completely different. So moving on to another system, which is the respiratory system, such as, the organs, your nose, your mouth, your lungs. We all know that. But what's interesting is that there is alveoli, which is the amount of alveoli, or the space that alveoli covers, is enough to cover two tennis balls, two tennis matches. The area of the tennis when they play it. Two of them, which is completely crazy. It's a lot of space, and the alveoli are responsible for transferring oxygen from the air to your blood. So it's such an interesting exchange that happens there. So somewhat it feels like, I don't know how much time I have. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I just spat this 5 minutes. I genuinely didn't think. I thought it's about 4 minutes. Anyways, so I'll cut it here. I hope that I've helped you. And right now, when you talk about anyone that talks about anatomy, you can talk freely and always focus on your mastery.